Lycans and gentlemen, children of the night, nocturnals, night terrors, and all things that go bump in the night. Welcome to your monthly treatment of shock therapy. The doctor will see you now. Show me your woes, and I'll cure all that ails you. Consider me your night watchman, even though we're obviously watching this during the day, for this afternoon's festivities here at the Mind's Eye Theater. I invite you to violate curfew with me for this graveyard shift. I am your horror host Inkarnate for this sold out show. So, this actually presented an opportunity to me that I have been considering for quite some time, and that is to do short films. Since the entirety of social media is damn near predicated on short form content nowadays, I was and there are a number of um, films, fan films, independent films. Very short content that doesn't run long at all, anywhere from mere minutes to less than a feature length film, about an hour or less. This gave me today's fan film gave me the opportunity not just to do cover a fan film, not just to take on a independent film for the watch party, but introduce a first for the Mind's Eye Theater, which I refer to as deep cuts. And as I've already described, this is a these are just forms of the Mind's Eye Theater, forms of watch parties. It's just that they cover a much shorter form content. So this gave me the opportunity, this fan film that we have today, for The Keeper's Diary, a biohazard story. So, I'll be frank, it's a little odd that I'm not seeing, because usually, when somebody has a timed film or timed content that they're coming out with, usually they have, they will post it and it will have like a half hour countdown. So, this film that we're watching today is supposed to be releasing on the YouTube channel Residents of Evil. I linked their video, I'm sorry, their channel, as well as their Patreon in the description for everyone to watch along with and support them. They are a streaming channel that does live streams, and they actually have their own fan film coming up in addition to this one. However, yeah, usually when someone posts a video that is scheduled that they're going to be coming out with, usually there's about like a half hour countdown. So I'm not seeing that here on Residents of Evil. So I'll give them about 10 minutes to see what's going on. This is supposed to have been this fan film was supposed to have debuted 10 a.m. Pacific Standard and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Just so happens to be 1 p.m. now. So, could be technical difficulties or a delay on their behalf, but that gives me some time to kill time while this fan film gets started. So, yeah, like I said, I have been wanting to do shorter form content for the watch party because there is some good stuff, and I've shortlisted. I won't spoil it, but I've shortlisted a number of movies that I want to watch for the Mind's Eye Theater deep cuts. So I want to be doing more of that. And summer, if you didn't know, summer for me is an experimental time of year. It's right before my annual anniversary when I kicked off my channel. But the good thing is that I've noticed, I've kept track that every summer and in August, I've been able to start, well, in the summer and around August. I've been able to start a new section of my channel. So in 2021 is when I started the Mind Games, my live streams of survival horror. I absolutely wanted my channel to revolve around not just a critic's point of view of horror in general in on the film side, but also do be able to provide The flip side of the coin, which for me, with respect to the genre, would of course be horror games. So that was started in 2021. I actually just celebrated a 3-year anniversary of the Mind Games. So I hope you'll give a view for my upcoming what I call live streams. So in 2022 is when I actually began the Mind's Eye Theater, when I began the watch party, and I'll be having an anniversary for that coming up in August. Also in August of 2023 is when here we go. All right, so looks like it's now available. I just got the alert, so let's give it a second. Let's see. Going to the Residents of Evil channel now. Give me a second. Let's clear that. Let's go back in. Residents of Evil. All right. So, looks like we are starting. Give me a second. Looks like it's posted now. Okay. So, we're jumping right in. And again, the link is in the description for you um to follow along with me. So sorry, because this was a timed video, I didn't do my usual spiel intros and the like, but we are up and running now. Battle not with monsters, lest ye become a monster. And if you gaze into the abyss gazes also into you. Friedrich Nietzsche. Ah, there we go. The iconic Arklay Mountains. There we go. I mean, they truly captured something special because it's always interesting to go back with these first films because there's so much iconography there. You know what I mean? They always put so very much into like whenever the first film of any franchise like comes out, releases, it's always such prime real estate to go back and revisit. Like Residents of Evil is a quarter of a century, I mean Resident Evil is a quarter of a century old, and people still look back fondly on it. And again, there's so much lore to explore there, and it always goes back to the mansion, and it always, and I'm like, that's not a knock on it at all, but it's just interesting to see um that despite how old the story is and familiar it is, that there's still projects like this that want to go back and explore it. This is of course our our favorite Jill sandwich. And what does she happen upon? Jennifer Aniston poster in the back. I love it. Oh, who's a pretty girl? I'm sure he smells just ripe. And what do we have here? Infamous typewriter. It reads Hawk Tool, spit on that thing. Then she would know he was truly sick. I'm guessing these are the researchers at the Spencer Mansion. Oh, that is I should have mentioned the person who plays the keeper, who we just were introduced to his corpse. Him, that's the guy that originally played Chris Redfield, the full motion actor in the very first game. I'll raise ya. Annie up. Too rich for my blood. He pulls out a 6-shooter. Aces and eights. Dead man's hand. He got the big blind. Hey, we're all friends here. God, I can't believe computers used to look like that. Ugh. Ah, nice. Is it just me? I don't know. I've always preferred the hunters to the lickers. Uh-oh. Hunter gammas don't want to be fed. They want to hunt. As many problems as I had with the Albert Wesker. Sweet.
Emotional damage.
As many problems as I had with the Resident Evil 3 remake, I did like the hunters in that game. Like, who would have thought that you could make something vicious out of a frog? I'm assuming that's what it's made out of. Give us a kiss, love. Er? Someone left bags of crack. What? This isn't the White House? Yeah, everything's fine. That's why I'm in tactical gear. Stupid. That's reassuring. Did you? And you took the assignment anyway. Oh no. That's the priority, right? Uh-oh. Well, be glad that you didn't have to live through 2020. I always I also felt that there could have been more done with the dogs. Like instead of just slathering bacon on them, you know what I mean? Oh, come on, you're still protected by a fence. Grow a spine. Yeah, that's a good idea. Because they barked at you? You're a meanie poo. Yeah, I said it. Uh-oh. Well. By the way, you're a researcher, right? Like, how are you not in immediate panic mode? Dear God. Just put some Robitussin on it. How you insane? Oh my God. Awkward. How fake does that look? Bro, come on. Ooh, I got the shakes. He's slowly turning into Hunter Biden. Uh-oh. Oh, bro. Blister? You could stick a quarter in there. Ah. Ev- yeah, you might want to close that up real quick. No, they would be eating you. Uh-oh. You don't say. Oh, Jesus. Literally unloading on whatever it is. Everything will be fine. He's probably not typing any of this on his computer because he doesn't want to be found out. And who could blame him? Damn, dude! You turn into Brundlefly. Again, again. Like, how do you not know what it is that you were working on in this government lab? Oh my God, what the hell? Do you mind? You all look the same to me. You're wearing tactical armor and you have a gun. Oh, geez, come on, dude, really? That's no reason to kill somebody. Now, their politics, that's a reason to kill somebody. I'm joking, of course. It is, well, he still has the wherewithal to get a good day's work, solid day's work done. And he's still there. Oh my. You have a little something. Well, he didn't agree with that. Damn. Can only imagine how it smells in there. Done? Wow, that was a lot quicker than I thought. I thought it was gonna be 20 minutes. We clocked in at 13. I'm curious. It's still 20 minutes. The video. So I'm curious as to what they're gonna fill up the remaining 7 minutes with. So interesting. All in all, that is, I mean, obviously it's something of a prequel, and it just goes to show just how this virus truly does strip away every last shred of humanity, not just obviously physically, but your mental wherewithal. The effects were really good. They did have some digital effects, for instance, with the hunter. However, also the practical effects, and those are pretty top notch. I like how by the end he wasn't just well, he himself wasn't bloody on his way to full infection. He was obviously bleeding, but what I liked is that he looked like desiccated, like almost dried out, which I don't know, to me make gives it much more of that living death um appeal when it comes to the appearance of these creatures as these cadavers. I kind of like when they go outside of the norm, just pancaking everyone with red makeup. So I very much appreciated that by the end he really did look like a corpse as opposed and I think that's the difference. He appeared much more corpse like than strictly a cannibal. Okay, what do we have here? I figured there'd be more. Ada Wong? No. She doesn't look particularly convincing as a SWAT team, especially the way she's holding her gun. Yeah, I don't think anyone would hold a gun that close to their chest. Oh, that gunshot. The third energy crisis. That gunshot sounded very unconvincing. The third energy crisis coming soon. Okay. All right. So now they're going through the end credits. So let me just get to some trivia. So the film has many of the cast and crew that also worked on the documentary George A. Romero's Resident Evil. So the director, Andrew Saulo, worked as a second unit director on the documentary. Producer JJ Trulock, who works for Residents of Evil, one of the main live streamers, was also an associate producer on the Romero documentary and did an interview as well as hosted the trailers on his YouTube channel, Residents of Evil. Dwayne Carlton Merritt scored both projects. Paige Barbas did effects makeup for both films as well. Andy Cox procured gameplay footage for the film, and Charlie Kralowski, the lead actor of The Keeper's Diary, also did an interview for the documentary. The director of George A. Romero's Residents of Evil worked on set of The Keeper's Diary, assisting set construction and design. Additionally, Pablo Kuntz provides his voice in both, and Ward Sexton performs the title call in both films. So, yeah, that's a bit of trivia for everyone. Additionally, footage appears in the documentary George A. Romero's Resident Evil, as the director of that film, Brandon Salisbury, is friends with director Andrew Saulo, who also worked on the documentary. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is an initiative by me as well as an addendum to the Mind's Eye Theater to take on more independent and fan films and all around just films that happen to be much shorter than uh feature length films, 2 hour films. And I think just like how I take it upon myself to do watch parties for not just classics, because as much as I enjoy them, and it is great to be able to relive a lot of these classics and introduce them to a new generation. Also, I like to look at films that may not have the, how can I put it? the widespread fanfare that I think that they should. For instance, a let me see, what have we got? Perfect, the Orphan First Kill or Antlers, films like that. So similar to that initiative, I want for deep cuts, this addendum to the Mind's Eye Theater and the Watch Party. I want for that to be much more prolific. I want to give. Oh, what do we have here? I figured there'd be an JJ. Just another day at the office, right? I want for these deep cuts to give much more of a what is that you're drinking there? Gorilla Mine or G Fuel? Okay, I think now we're good. No generative AI was used in the making of this film. Good to know. So I guess that properly leads us to the end.
And now his watch has ended.
And now their watch is ended.
So yeah, like I was saying, I want for this addendum to the Mind's Eye Theater deep cuts, to tackle much more shorter content. Like I was saying, with TikTok, with Instagram Reels, with YouTube Shorts, short form content is kind of the coin of the realm, to be honest, with social media. So, with that being said, I want for the watch party to not just take on um, the classics or cult classics, but also much shorter form content that I feel needs as much exposure as possible. Independent films, fan films, short films, and the like. So, and they do have, if I'm not mistaken, I was reading because I remember hearing about the Keeper's Diary, but I remember saying to myself like I distinctly recall that there was a different project that Residents of Evil was working on, and that was, I think it's called Arclay. Um, so and actually let me look that up real quick. Residents of Evil. It was Arclay something. Um, let's take a quick look. And I was saying to myself like, is this that? But I had confused the two. So let's see, Residents of Evil. Oh, it's just called Arclay. Yeah, I assume that this is still that fan film is still being produced by the team at Residents of Evil. Again, I have linked their page, their YouTube page, as well as their Patreon in the description. So please support these guys. I would have to say that they're almost at 500,000 subscribers. So they are the most prolific survival horror live streamers. So they absolutely are to the point that they absolutely are the definitive voice within scary games. Considering how it is that they've grown, and they are even featured in the upcoming and previously mentioned George Romero's Resident Evil documentary. So, absolutely be sure to give them a follow. Be sure to support them in their Patreon. But getting back to my initiative with these, I plan to do much more of these, as I mentioned during the watch party. So, in collaboration with the regular Mind's Eye Theater, where I'll be taking on or watching iconic movies of the past, cult classics that I hope to introduce to a new generation, or to bring a new fandom to those who either had not seen it, or perhaps give a second chance by providing a new light to films that I feel have flown under the radar and could use a bit of a spotlight. So, in addendum to both those initiatives with the Mind's Eye Theater, my hope is to be able to provide, how can I put it? Provide much more of a spotlight for these shorter form movies and fan films. I have shortlisted a number of upcoming deep cuts that I want to host here at through the Mind's Eye Theater, and I hope that you will join me along with that initiative. And I hope to see more fan films, not just of a Predator fan film, for instance, the Dark Ages, I think it's called, or um, fan films of popular movies, but also these fan driven films for survival horror as well. There is one that I believe came out recently for Silent Hill 4 The Room, so be sure to check that out. And like I said, in addition to the schedule that I currently have for the Mind's Eye Theater, I'm going to be slowly trickling out these deep cuts for these shorter form movies. So with all that being said, what is on the scene for the the Mind's Eye and the Greater Mind's Eye Theater? So this past week, I wrapped up the System Shock live stream round 5. I hope you'll check that out. Man, that game seriously kicked my ass. In addition to that, I do have the Alien Romulus teaser gut reaction. Again, that's my gut reaction to the teaser that came out, I believe, last month, if not the month before. Also, I had that since we're talking survival horror, I did a teaser gut reaction to the Return to Silent Hill preview that released. So those two are available. I did a video with my impressions of Universal Studios announcement to the Dark Universe revival. So, not as a film franchise. I want to make that clear. This is as a theme park. So be sure to check out my video with that. Also on Thursday, I came out with my Nosferatu teaser gut reaction. That one I highly recommend. I put a lot of thought into that. I'm very excited about that. So be sure to check out my video where I discuss my impressions there. Also available, if you check the link in the description, there's the Hotness TV Magazine June edition. So there I give my preview for summer horror for 2024, and believe me, I had to scrounge just to come up with a list of 3. Yes, this summer is for horror is so bereft of options that all you get is 3 from me, but they are worthy options, I will say that. So now let's take a look at coming attractions. So, it being today being the last day of the month, the Hotness TV Magazine July edition, which I actually just wrapped on Friday, my editorial, uh, further discussing my impressions on the Universal Dark Universe revival. That will be, I submitted my editorial on Friday. That edition will be coming out July 15th. My business associate has been a little bit under the weather. So, the I am working on trailer gut reactions to the full Alien Romulus trailer, distinguished from my teaser gut reaction, and my trailer gut reaction to the upcoming movie that will be coming out in 2 weeks' time, if I'm not mistaken. The Long Legs film. Let me see. So in addition to those trailer gut reactions, stay tuned because in about a half hour, I completely forgot that, but since it's the end of the month, um, let me see, the Horror Game Awards is going to be doing their June showcase. So I will be back on momentarily, about a half hour or so, to give my thoughts live on that. In addition, tomorrow, which will be Monday, I will be doing my inaugural X Twitter space. That will be Monday. I haven't got locked on a time yet, but it will be tomorrow, most likely afternoon, most likely after working hours. So, the subject that I'll be covering will be the recent slew of news regarding horror TV. Therefore, mark your calendars and say your prayers. I've been Inkarnate, offering a word of caution. Fear the worst, so long you recognize who's best. If you're resigned to your fate, time to subscribe to your fears.
Warn your friends. Warn everyone.